All right. Well, hello, friends. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Steve Baker, and I serve as the Associate Director of Campus Relations at Magellan. Prior to joining the Magellan Promotions team, I was actually at the University of Minnesota, where I worked in admissions and recruitment for 10 years. And during that time, I was actually a client of Magellan. We ordered all of our promotional items and truthfully had a great experience working with them. And I'm not just saying that because I work here now, but had a great experience working with the Magellan team and built up a great relationship, which led to my current role. In my work, I'm here to connect with our clients, incorporate my experience, and collaborate with our team to see how we can be of help to you. Speaking of our team, I'm joined today, by my colleague, Sarah, who I'll turn it over to introduce herself.
Thanks, Steve. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you all being here. As Steve mentioned, my name is Sarah Blake, and I serve as an account manager here at Magellan Promotions. I have been with the team a little over a year and work with clients from Wisconsin, Ohio, Florida, Indiana, and several other states. Prior to joining the team, Steve and I always joke, I could literally say ditto to his intro and could be done with it because we're very similar backgrounds. So prior to joining the team here, I worked in higher ed admissions, serving as the Associate Director of Admissions at Cardinal University right here in Wisconsin for about 10 years. And most recently served as the Director of Admissions for the School of Pharmacy at Concordia University, Wisconsin. Similar to Steve as well, I was a client of Magellan's the majority of that time. I'm really happy to be a part of the team while still being able to be connected to our higher ed clients as well. So again, thanks so much for being with us today.
Now, we know it's a busy time of year as you're working to encourage your admitted students to commit and also keep your committed students engaged and excited for the fall. So today, we wanted to share a few examples of how we've worked with our clients to incorporate promotional products into their marketing campaign. We actually learned from our proprietary research just how effective promotional products can be in the college selection process. In our survey of 400 first and second year college students, nearly half responded saying that promotional items had an impact on what school they ultimately decided to attend. So the stories we have for you today are really meant to inspire, spark some creativity on how we can work with you to come up with some custom solutions utilizing promotional products that can positively contribute to your yield and your anti-melt strategies. And we really want this to be an experience for you all. We want you all to feel engaged, get some great information. So we have the Q&A feature. Feel free to drop any questions that you have in that Q&A feature, and we'll do our best to answer those during the webinar. If we don't get to your question, we'll be sure to follow up with you individually. Also, as we're showcasing a number of products and solutions, if there's any that you like, let us know. Drop a little note in the chat so we can see what you're liking and what you're feeling out there. We'd love to get your feedback. And if there are any items that we show that you'd like to see a sample of, maybe it'd be helpful as you're considering placing an order for an item, let us know. We're also happy to send you samples of any of the items that we show today. And again, feel free to drop that in the chat as well. By attending today's webinar, you're also all eligible to receive a discount on your next project that you run with Magellan. So we'd be excited to be a resource for you on your next promotional product marketing project. And by attending today's webinar, you're eligible for a discount. And we'll send you some information about that after the webinar today. So with so much being digital and being virtual, it can be tough to engage with your students, right? And encourage them to take action. And promotional products really are a unique form of marketing because they provide that physical connection with something that's tangible, that's useful, can be long lasting, and also is perceived as an act of goodwill. So the first project we wanted to share with you all today is a project that we ran for Carthage College. Carthage was looking for a way to create some excitement and encourage their admitted students to take the next step in the process. And they did that coincidentally with socks. Now, some of you might have received a pair of socks prior to our webinar today. And if you didn't, and if you're interested, let us know and we'd be happy to send you some. Socks are a great promotional item because they're a great way to show off school spirit. They're lightweight, they're easy to mail. It's also a great apparel option because they're gender neutral and one size fits all. And with our socks, you also have the ability to utilize the hang tag, or what we call a belly band, to incorporate some additional messaging. And it really gives the product a nice retail look. And Carthage College also saw a lot of social media traction and engagement from their students when they sent these out.
Mm-hmm. Great, thanks, Steve. So the next project story that we wanted to showcase is actually from the University of Georgia School of Law. They were looking for a really unique way to engage with their admitted students who couldn't visit campus due to COVID. They ended up utilizing this pop-up card and incorporated some really well-known images of campus, places on campus, along with a meaningful message during a really challenging time for everybody, and including students especially. As you can see, the final design is much more impactful than just your regular run-of-the-mill flat photo, and definitely helps students feel much more connected with the university in the absence of those in-person visits and events. They did actually utilize our fulfillment services while campus was closed, so the card was delivered to each admitted student. We have had other institutions utilize this same card and incorporate things like a QR code for admitted student events or next step checklists, which is a really nice feature and way to utilize this solution. We also have a video that Steve is going to show on here that showcases the finished product, so you can really get an idea on how nicely it came together, white gloves and all. While UGA decided to keep the background blank, we have had other institutions utilize images of their campus maps as the background, and then kind of looked more as like the interactive and engaging experience for students with those buildings kind of popping out of the card, which looked pretty cool as well. So definitely an exciting and meaningful way for students to feel connected to campus during the challenge.
Thanks, Sarah. I do love that pop-up card.
Same.
Bryn Mawr College was looking for a way to welcome newly admitted students while showcasing their culture and their community on campus. So our team came up with a really thoughtful, fun, and interactive solution utilizing our sticker sheets. And stickers continue to be one of our most popular items. It's something we do really well and are unique in the industry. We've got many custom options in terms of sizes of sticker sheets, the shapes that you can do, the number of stickers, even messaging that you include on your sticker sheets, and even individual die cut stickers. All of our stickers also have an ultra removable backing, so you can apply them to a variety of surfaces, water bottles, laptops. I have a number on my laptop right now, actually. That then when you peel them off, they won't leave any residue. I know our owner has one on his car that he's had for about 4 years. And for those of y'all that don't know, we're based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So we get some pretty rough winters and the sticker still looks brand new. But the stickers are just a great way to get your brand and get your message out to your audiences and visible in front of so many folks. Bryn Mawr was also really took advantage of the sticker sheets by incorporating messaging on the backside of the sticker sheet. So that's another option. We've also seen a number of colleges and universities incorporate parent and family stickers on the sheets. As we know, parents and families are key decision influencers for students as they're going through that whole college search process. So our sticker solutions are a great way to involve and engage them in the process as well. Overall, we love stickers. They're just a great low cost and high impact way to connect with your audiences. And we recently launched, our MagellanStickers.com website, which is a great resource as you're considering sticker solutions. And we'll be sure to share that with y'all after the webinar today. So we wanted to, make sure we talked not only about yield, but also anti-melt. So now that we've shared some examples of how you can create that excitement with your admitted students, we also wanted to talk about some anti-melt solutions to keep that excitement going among your admitted student or your committed students, excuse me.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So the first project story that we wanted to share was from Taylor University. And while this specific project story wasn't an anti-melt solution, the mailable yard signs can definitely be utilized in your anti-melt campaigns. Taylor University was looking for a way to boost branding and also help current students feel connected to campus, and the mailable yard sign provided a way to meet both of those needs in the one product. As you can see by the design, they included graphics of campus, along with the hashtag not defined by geography, one of my favorites, to really instill that sense of community and togetherness during the height of COVID and just an all around uncertain time. They utilized our fulfillment services, so the signs were mailed directly to all domestic students. And as they arrived to students' homes and students and families started receiving them, they started posting on social media as a thank you, which also extended the continuous branding the yard signs provide. In addition to the fulfillment services that they utilized, we also sent a number of these signs back to campus for faculty and staff to pick up as well. So they definitely felt included in the project. Yard signs continue to be a popular solution for us, and we have a number of options in our ready to mail signs showroom on our website, including a solution for students and families who may live in apartments or condos, or for schools who maybe are in more urban areas that don't have, a yard to display the sign in. So that is a mailable double-sided poster that can also be proudly displayed in windows or on walls.
Thanks, Sarah. Another way that you can continue that excitement with your committed students is to incorporate promotional items with your college or university branding into high school graduation celebrations. This allows your students to show off their excitement about attending your institution in the fall. And while some graduation celebrations may not be in person still, these items can proudly be displayed either around the home or even on social media. This is an example of a project that we did with Northeastern Illinois University with the branded tassel topper, which goes on the mortarboard of the graduation cap, as well as a custom sticker sheet and a really nice branded envelope. So everything came together in a nice uniform design. We've also worked with clients to incorporate balloons. We've got a number of balloon options that you could utilize as well to, again, show off at maybe an outdoor grad party or in the house or for some photos on social media. And with this solution, it's a really flat, lightweight, and easy to mail project, which is one of the reasons why we love it.
Yeah. So Drake University Admissions was looking for a way to help their new students, incoming students, maintain that level of excitement over the summer before the fall semester began. They also wanted to help them express their pride in the university and show off their commitment at the same time. They wanted their solution to be noticeable, durable, visible, and mailable. And it also had to resonate with students so they would actually use it after battle, right? One product that fits that criteria is our 2x3 flag mailer. By featuring their signature athletic mark, students could really express their pride in attending Drake while also extending the reach of their brand. This option is available as a mailable kit, which is packaged in a poly bag with an enclosed marketing card. So you can include messaging and calls to action for your incoming students. If you do utilize our fulfillment services, we can definitely arrange to have the flag packs sent directly to your students' homes.
Thanks, Sarah. Another example of utilizing our fulfillment services is through a number of our interactive mailing projects. One story that we wanted to share with you was a project we did with Rhodes College. They were looking for a way to build affinity with their committed students, make sure they feel valued, remind them of the excitement that they have for that start of the fall semester. So our team worked to put together a fully branded box with a touchless key, an embroidered key tag, a mug with some mints, and a fully custom sticker sheet as well. We worked to ensure there was consistent branding across all the items, so I really think it came together nicely. It looked really sharp. We also included some fill paper to really amplify that presentation and make it almost as a gift and really help with that excitement piece. So as a reminder, our team can work with you from start to finish on mailing projects. We can work with you to identify products that would resonate and be impactful to connect with your students, and also find an appropriate package to hold all the items, and then can handle the full fulfillment and mailing of the items as well, while working with you to make sure it stays within any budgetary constraints you might have. Mm-hmm. Obviously, while mailings have been increasingly popular as of late, it's something that we at Magellan have been doing for a long time. So we're very well versed in the process and know how to make it easy for you from start to finish.
Mm-hmm. Great. So the final anti-melt project that we wanted to share was from the Simmons University admission office. They wanted to explore ideas to surprise their committed students with a welcome kit before the start of classes in the fall, and also generate some buzz on their Instagram account. The items needed to stand out from anything the students may have received previously throughout the funnel, while also including useful products to help students prevent the spread of COVID-19. So by selecting a custom box, we were able to create a small, but I think pretty mighty interactive packaging solution that held a knit cap, webcam cover, hand sanitizer, face mask, and an enclosed marketing card. The office's Instagram post kicked off the photo contest, also secured nearly 600 likes, and a flood of photos were uploaded by students. We did handle the full fulfillment on this project, so delivered these directly to students' homes before the start of the semester. So now that we've just shared a few examples of our yield and anti-melt strategies, we'd love to get your take on what your favorite is. So Steve's going to bring up a poll in just a second. If you could take a quick moment to answer that poll and share the results.
Oh, the results are flooding in. Looks like the Simmons welcome kit is getting a lot of love.
Yep,
yard signs as well.
Yep.
Oh, we got it really across the board. Rhodes College box, the Carthage socks.
The yard sign is so great. That's one of my favorite solutions. Awesome.
That's great.
Thanks, everyone.
Okay. And I know there was a quick question about if the webinar is being recorded, and yes, we are recording today's webinar. We'll post it to our site afterwards, and we'll also include it in a follow-up email that you should receive by the end of the week. So that way, if you'd like to share the webinar with any colleagues or friends, you'll be able to do so. In addition to the project stories that we have shared with y'all today, we also put together a custom showroom of some of the products that we showcased, as well as a few other solutions to help with yield and anti-melt efforts. In the showroom, you can see the various items. There's also initial pricing available. And if you are interested in a formal quote for any of these items, for any of these projects that you might be considering, let us know and we'd be happy to get that over to you. We can connect you with your account manager who can work with you to get an official quote your way. As a reminder, since you're attending today's webinar, you do also get a discount on your next project with Magellan. So we'd be excited to work with you on something.
Great, thanks, Steve. So as you could all see, just from the various project stories that we shared with you today, our mailing solutions are pretty custom and collaborative. So essentially, we work together with you to figure out your purpose, your timeline, and budget, and then we help to select the items to really fit your needs. Once we have those items together, we can determine packaging options, quote it all out, and adjust it until it's finalized exactly right. The price that we'll send over will include the items, packaging, and packing and fulfillment costs, so it's really clear and easy to understand throughout the quoting process. The only cost that will not be included is postage, but we definitely can work with you to estimate what those costs would be. And once the solution is finalized, we'll work together with our production partners to get everything submitted, packed, and mailed out to your students. Our fulfillment and mailing page that Steve is scrolling through right now offers a really nice overview of the process. But if you do need clarification on anything or have specific questions or would like to just brainstorm one of your own projects, please feel free to reach out to Steve, myself, or any of our account managers directly, and we'd be happy to work with you on those projects.
Great. Thank you, Sarah, for going through that. I know those have been increasingly popular as of late. So as I mentioned, we really wanted this to be an engaging and interactive experience for you all and want to be a resource. So at this point, we wanted to just open it up and see if there's any questions that you had. I know there was a few that have been dropped in before. We did also receive some questions ahead of today's webinar, but if you do have any questions, feel free to utilize the Q&A feature and we'll be sure to answer those, or we may follow up with you individually as well. And Sarah, I know there was, there's a lot that goes into these fulfillment projects, these mailing projects, but just to maybe reiterate, we've got a question: when you're doing a fulfillment project, is postage included, or do you provide the postage statement after the items are sent?
Mm-hmm. So typically once we have the items narrowed down, we have packaging figured out, we are able to determine a postage estimate for you. That again would not be included in the cost per package when we send the original quote, but we can estimate that. And typically that is something that will come once we have the final shipment sent out. So we would add that to your invoice after everything goes out. And we can talk through, if you're looking to stay on maybe the smaller end of postage, we can talk through what options would be, maybe something flat or something smaller. I know that was important for Simmons, so we ended up going with a smaller and shorter box and then determine the items. We can always do that too. So when I say we can get custom, we can get custom. And that can be based off of postage, that can be based off of the individual packages themselves. That could even be based off of timeline too. So if you're kind of in a crunch, maybe I know this is kind of swaying, but maybe we look at things like items with shorter production time. So we really can get down to the nitty gritty, but those postage estimates would vary depending on the product that you're using, packaging, where they're being sent to, all that good stuff. And we can definitely work that.
Thanks, Sarah. And Mandy, thanks for your little shout out here. If y'all haven't had a chance to take a peek, we've worked with St. Bonaventure on a really great project utilizing stickers, webcam covers, and a great pop-up card mailer. So Mandy, thanks so much for the shout out. We appreciate it. I know that's a fun project we love talking about as a team too. There was a question as well about subscription boxes, monthly or quarterly. Have we ever done that? And to my knowledge, I haven't heard of any projects like that yet. Sarah, on your end, any thoughts?
Yeah, so we'd be happy to talk with, I can't see the question, so I'm happy to talk with whoever is interested in that project to hear a little bit more about the scope of what you're looking for. We definitely can look into it. We've had mailing lists and mailing projects where we've done multiple drops for people. That obviously impacts the cost of things, but we definitely can look into those options depending on what you're thinking and what the scope of your project is. But we absolutely can talk through that and see what options we have.
And I guess not necessarily a subscription model, but we have worked with some of our clients on different box mailers throughout different times of the year, different seasons to different audiences, students, alumni, donors for different various campaigns. So while it hasn't been a subscription, it's been a different box or different kit sent throughout different times of the year. Mm-hmm. Sarah, we did get a few questions ahead of time. Sure. And since, if y'all do have any, feel free to drop those in the chat, drop those in the Q&A feature. Again, we're happy to answer those, but just some of the ones that our folks sent us ahead of time. There was a question about production time. How long, do our items usually take? And especially if they're thinking about a mailing project, just from a planning perspective, when should they start to think about that?
Sure. Yeah. So every project is different. And again, if timeline is something that's important to you, or you say have orientation days coming up and you want students to receive these packages before they come, those dates are all important things to share with us up front as we're starting to chat through the project. Because again, that typically might impact what products we pick, what packaging we pick, maybe the postage method that we send it out with. So typically for mailing projects, we say anywhere from 2 to 3 weeks for production of the actual items. We then have those items sent to our fulfillment house, which then takes about a week for packing and assembling those packages. And then anywhere we estimate from 1 to maybe 4 weeks for delivery, depending on the postage method that you select. So that's kind of a wide range, but we would work with you directly. If you're wanting something to go out quicker, we can talk about different postage methods for that and what that looks like, what that cost is associated with it. So again, if you're on that tighter timeline, we can definitely help to select those items with shorter production times and discuss those postage methods. Otherwise, if you're flexible and have a lot of time, we can really just talk about your budget and kind of what you're looking for and the impact that you like to make. So
great. This is why Sarah's the expert on all of these products. Another question too, specifically with mailing projects is, can we ship the items directly to our clients, to you all who are attending, or can we send them out? And again, we can send out all the products. We can handle the full fulfillment in mailing. And then what we could also do too is, I was actually just chatting with a client earlier today about a yard sign project, and they wanted to actually keep some of the yard signs to distribute to students on campus or even personally deliver the yard signs. So we can do both. We can handle the fulfillment and send out the items, or we can also send items directly to you. Mm-hmm. If there's any remaining inventory after we receive your mailing list, we can also work with you to have the items shipped directly to you once the mailing project has completed.
Yeah.
Is there anything to add there?
Yeah, I was just going to say, for those, we've had clients who have done, Simmons, for example, if they purchased 2,500, of the items and their mail list only had 2,400, we would arrange to have that extra 100 sent back to campus if needed. And we can send those items back to you all in bulk. Separately, you can use them how you wish, or if you prefer that we pack them up and send them back to you packed. So it's a lot easier for you to mail them out if needed or hand them out. We can do that. So your account manager would connect with you on that once we get closer to placing the order, to determine the address that you want those sent to, all that stuff. So we would talk with you that process.
Great. Okay, we have a few minutes left. Any other questions from y'all today? Bueller. I don't know if people still know that movie.
I'm sure all the people on here do.
Okay. Well, if you do have additional questions, don't hesitate. Let us know. We're happy to be a resource and would be happy to follow up or have a separate conversation about any projects that you might be considering. Again, a recording of today's webinar, as well as previous webinars that we've hosted, will be available on our website, and we'll send you that link again in an email by the end of the week. Mm-hmm. Immediately following today's webinar, we do have a quick 3-question survey that we'd really love and really appreciate and value your response. We want to make sure we're continuing to add value and be a resource. So your feedback will be really appreciated. If you could take just a moment to answer those 3 questions, that would be great. Mm-hmm. And again, we're happy to connect with you individually. I know myself and your account managers, we'd love to meet with you all individually to discuss ideas, either projects that we've shown today or other projects, and we'll send a link that you can easily schedule a quick 30-minute meeting at a time that's convenient for you. I know we'd be excited to meet with y'all individually as well. Mm-hmm. So again, we'd just like to say thank you. We know it's a busy time of year, and we appreciate y'all taking time out of your day to join us. And we hope it was helpful. Hopefully you got some great information, some great ideas, maybe had a little fun. And as a reminder, we're here to be a resource for you in your work. So please don't hesitate to let us know if you'd like a quote for any of the items we showcased, or if you'd like to chat or connect individually. Sarah, anything else you'd like to add?
No, real quickly, I just want to say thank you everyone for all that you do in serving prospective students. Coming from an admissions background, I just can't imagine how hard this last year has been. So I know it's sometimes a thankless job. So thank you for all that you do for students, families, parents, school counselors, the like. We are here to help make your jobs easier. Hopefully our fulfillment services can assist in that. But just thank you for everything. And I hope you all have a great fall and you meet your goals and everything is great. But thank you again. And we look forward to working with you soon.
Ditto. Very well said, Sarah. Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us on behalf of myself and the Magellan Promotions team. We appreciate y'all joining us today, and y'all take care.
Thanks, everyone.